Progressivism is a societal cancer. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Freedom Alternative. It's pretty much a recurring theme here on this channel that the institutions of higher learning, particularly in the English-speaking world, are a sick joke. An expensive and a tasteless one, but a joke nonetheless. However, it seems that the University of California is trying really hard to take the cake for the sickest and the most tasteless joke of all that exist. There's no other way to explain it in my mind, but maybe you guys can explain it to me better. So, after the long and insane microaggression list, which I analyzed in this video, now the University of California goes full Tumblr and asks students to pick from 6 genders. CBS News titles, California College will now ask students to pick from 6 genders. Students at a California college weighed in on a change in the application process and a decision has been made. Beginning this fall, students at UC Irvine will have the option to self-identify about their sexual orientation on all university admissions forms. The new form will ask students to pick one gender from 6 different choices. Prospective students will be asked to choose between male, female, trans female, gender queer, gender non-conforming, and different identity. CBS Los Angeles spoke to students at UC Irvine about the change. I feel like this is just a way of including everyone, said Augustine Pimentel. Beyond the political or social reasons, some saw the financial reasons too. A lot of those questions when you're applying to graduate school or any sort of school are important for financial aid opportunities you can have, said Joanna Laird to CBS Los Angeles. In a statement, Janet Napolitano, the president of the UC system, said, quote, UC is working hard to ensure our campuses model inclusiveness and understanding. I'm proud of the work we've done so far, but it doesn't stop there. We must continue to look at where we can improve so everyone at UC feels respected and supported. School officials told CBS Los Angeles the answers will be voluntary and not impact on the decision-making process for admissions. Now, this I don't believe. In fact, I believe exactly the opposite is true. In a school where not wanting to sit next to a student is racist because potato, I don't believe that's a place that can genuinely believe in voluntary arrangement and a place that does not take these things into consideration in the decision-making process for admissions. Sorry, I just don't. And the reason why I don't believe the UC statement is because California in general and UC in particular are leftist hellholes as they are anyway. As such, they definitely have diversity programs which, let's cut through the bullshit, in practicality they always mean as few white men as possible, preferably none at all. And if they do take any white men, they'll try to get the sissiest and the leftiest of them. We all know this is true, it's an open secret, although uttering it may get one into trouble. More to the point, American universities in general are known to have all sorts of scholarships, financial aid, and other forms of artificial propping up for every single group out there except for white men. American universities, by and large, work under the Tumblr-style model of oppression scale. If you're a Negro lesbian butch dyke, you're definitely getting all the cookies imaginable. Welcome to the progressive new world. Given these realities, I'm 100% convinced that those who will declare themselves other than normal will get a leg up in admissions. The more of a freak show you're willing to put out, the more cookies for you. It's not a question on whether this will happen or not. The question is, till where are they willing to go with this madness? I mean, students at UC tried unsuccessfully in the past to ban the flying of US flag. Seriously. In other words, the student body in there will work against common sense, decency, sanity, and normality every chance they get, and they'll call you a bigot if you oppose. From a freedom perspective, the biggest issue is that UC is getting taxpayer subsidies. Why should the taxpayers in Alabama or Louisiana support such idiocy? Why should the taxpayers in Texas be robbed at gunpoint by an ever-reaching federal bureaucracy in order to fund the degeneracy that's going on at UC? Why? Because, you see, that's the main issue. Most of these stupidities would not survive on a free market. But when universities have guaranteed cash both through direct subsidies and through student loans, which tangentially harms the future prospect of the students whilst propping up the meaningless careers of utterly idiotic ideologues, they can pass whatever they please without any market feedback whatsoever. If all the students had paid with their own cash, and that would be the main revenue source for the university, alongside with donations and private grants, then most of such stupidities would instantly disappear. And mind you, what I just said applies to a myriad of universities in the English-speaking world, not just UC. As of next university years, the students at the University of New Hampshire will be welcomed with a bias-free language guide, which makes words like American, foreigner, fathering, or mothering now transgressive and problematic. Seriously, mothering is now offensive and biased. How's that not idiotic? The continuation of this university model is going to take its toll on the economy sooner or later. The campuses are already little North Koreas, and the learning process is less and less about learning and more about indoctrination and micromanaging private lives. This can't go on forever. At one point, basic economics will hit the fan, and the effects will be noticeable long term. Don't say I didn't warn you. Anyway, with that being said, don't forget to click the subscribe button, follow me on Twitter at freedomalternate, and consider supporting this channel. Thanks for watching.